Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Got a great show. Got a great show planned for the AM. Great show planned for the AM. Let me bring y'all closer so we don't lose the light. So, of course, I was going to start off with the president at the Board of Peace meeting that he had yesterday, their kickoff, and he fell asleep in the meeting. Yeah, he fell asleep in the meeting, y'all. Fell right to sleep. Look at Paw. I'm telling you, Donald Trump, you leave him anywhere long enough, he's going to fall asleep. He's an older gentleman, but this is what America calls strong and tough. Now, this morning on our Uncensored Live, don't forget it's Freebie Friday. So to those of you who like to come hang out at the Patreon, but you don't necessarily want to become, a paid member or anything, today is Friday. Today is Freebie Friday. I have video of his ass napping at the Board of Peace meeting. But they claim he's so tough. They claim you remember they were talking about Sleepy Joe. That's why I make it my business to talk about Droopy Don. Look at him. Can barely stay awake. Barely. Now, I want to show y'all something that's funny. Y'all know like midterms are coming up, and with midterms coming up, of course, there's a lot of political signs and advertisements out there to try to, convince people to vote for certain folks, right? So in Texas, right, some certain things are starting to pop up, and if y'all hear some sound behind me, that's Heidi playing with she's playing with a ball. So if y'all do hear some, it sounds like, that's Heidi. You say, I love that they call Joe Biden sleepy, yet Trump naps. That's why I call him Droopy Don. That's why I call Donald Trump Droopy Don, because he falls asleep more often than not, especially in those meetings, those White House meetings. He can barely stay awake. You say, do you read the newspapers from other countries like the Daily Mail? I do. I do check out papers from other countries. I do. Because in other countries, they are wearing the Andrew, formerly known as Prince, right? They are wearing his ass out. You heard me. They're wearing his ass out, okay? And they're laughing at America. The newspapers laugh at us. Those foreign papers, they laugh at us. They do not see Donald Trump as a sign of strength. We look like jokes. Big time. We look like a whole damn joke. Big time. We don't look as good as we think we look. We look weak. We chose a 79. Donald Trump is the oldest president we've ever had. Not Joe Biden, Donald Trump. Because Joe Biden may be older, but he's not president. This is the oldest president you've ever had. I'm going to tell y'all something that you need to hear. One of the reasons why we struggle, one of the reasons why we have such a hard time gaining momentum and moving ahead, boomers. Boomers won't move out the way. And they're selfish. Boomers are selfish and they won't move out the way. If so many boomers weren't in positions of power, weren't in positions of leadership, and they would let go of the reins, the rest of us might be. You want to know why you can't move ahead in your job? Boomers. You say, how old am I? I'm not a boomer. I'm probably younger than your mama and your daddy. Catch that part. I'm 51. I'm not a boomer. I'm Gen X. I'm not a boomer. Boomers are why you can't move up in your job. That's why. Boomers. Because they don't want to retire. And they sit there forever and ever and ever. And you're trying to gain upward mobility, but you can't because Pawpaw won't quit that job. And it ain't like he doing a whole lot when he there. Let's talk about that part. Okay? That's why you can't move ahead. You said, no, my attitude. I don't have an attitude. You know what? You know who does? You do. Your attitude was so bad you couldn't even use the proper grammar to try to tell me that it's my attitude. Dang. I don't know what it's like to have bad grammar and attitude. It must be very frustrating. Blocked. I do not know what it's like to have an attitude and also have bad grammar. It has to be extremely frustrating to feel all these things. But when you try to communicate them, because you don't use commas, semicolons, shit like that, people have a hard time following along about what you're trying to say. Tell me and I'll do it for you. Just tell me. Maybe I should offer that as a service to people who want to get all turned up, but they got bad, they lack, they don't know good grammar. They don't know how to spell. And you pay me and I'll craft something for you. And all you got to do is copy and paste it and you can put it on the internet. That is a business. Listen, I done gave y'all another business. Sentinel. No, I'm just saying, I know I'm younger than your mom and dad. It wasn't a slight. It's true. I'm only 51. That's the only thing I was saying. Now, y'all see this board of peace? He was bored of peace. And that's why I love this. Now, I want to show y'all something, okay? I want you to see these signs that are popping up in Texas. Let me move it up a little bit so y'all can see a little more. Look at what's popping up in Texas. So anywhere where there are Republican signs for people running for office, someone's popping up Epstein-approved signs. To that, I say, I love it. Because that's exactly who the Republican Party is. They can't hide no more. They support predators, right? They support predators. So I love that people in Texas are calling this shit out. Epstein approved. Absolutely. Now, did y'all hear what your president said? I don't know if he said it yesterday or today. Now, y'all remember, I don't know if y'all seen that video with Barack Obama. He was on the Brian Tyler Cohen show, right? And he talked about alien life and all this other stuff. So Donald Trump says now, catch this part, he says now he's going to release files showing aliens exist. Because Barack Obama said something. So my thought process is this. Barack Obama needs to start talking about those Epstein files. And maybe, just maybe, Pam Bondi will release all of the other files. Joe, you're a foreigner from another country that gets paid to make pots for 25 cents an hour. You can't even spell Epstein. Goodbye. I don't allow foreigners in here to discuss American politics. Only Americans. I run my live like I work for ICE. Yeah, that's it. So you foreigners that come in here and you're all pro-Trump, I'm just like ICE. I will snatch your ass up and put you in detention without even any due process. Right? So don't forget now. Don't forget. Okay? So I'm waiting for Barack Obama to talk about those files. Because maybe, just maybe, if Barack starts talking about the Epstein files, Trump will release them. He'll tell Pam Bondi to release them. What do y'all think? I'm thinking that might be a plan because Trump always does the opposite. Oh, Trump not only doesn't dislike Obama, he loves Obama. He has a love relationship with Obama. He loves Obama. He's constantly watching Obama. Constantly like, what is he doing? I want to be like this guy. Love you too, Mona. Man, Obama lives in his head rent free. You heard me. Seeing Obama and that Brian Tyler Cohen interview reminded me about how much I miss having a competent president. Yep. How much I miss having a competent president. What it's like to have a president that reads, isn't insecure. Because Barack Obama is the greatest example of secure within oneself I've ever seen. Real shit. He is the greatest example of that. The greatest example of that. Real talk. The greatest example. That's what confidence looks like. And quiet is kept. I got a video that's coming out today on this. Quiet is kept. Confidence is extremely intimidating to insecure people. Because insecure people don't even understand how you could be confident when you may not like everything about yourself. You know? That's the thing. When you're extremely confident, you're either gonna have people around you that are cool with it, or you're gonna have the insecure people who are triggered by confidence. Right? Good morning, little Kiki. And let me stop for a second and say good morning to all of you. Listen, don't forget today is Friday, and we do freebie Fridays on Friday on Patreon. So directly following this live, I will be doing my freebie Friday on Patreon. And honey, today on Patreon, we are going to look at quite a bit of footage and some files, but we're going to look at some, like I said, some videos of Trump at the Board of Peace meeting. We're going to look at how CNN found some redacted videos in the Epstein files of people who are not the right age. And once they exposed it, then the Justice Department removed those videos. And some of those videos were unredacted. They didn't even try to cover up the victims. We're also going to go into this whole measles outbreak that's happening all over the United States. We're going to talk about that because we got a mother who has a 7-year-old child that's currently hospitalized dealing with Patriot pox. And you know what she says? She says she still wouldn't vaccinate her child. Quiet is kept. CPS needs to show up at that hospital. Okay. You say another confidence example, Jasmine Crockett, but they say she doesn't talk white. I don't even understand what you're talking about. And quiet is kept. I got a hard time understanding you because when I looked at your profile, you got your Cash App in there. I feel some type of way about people who leave their Cash App in their profile all the time. Because I call it digital panhandling. So I would love to talk to you, let's talk, but I can't because you got that in your profile. It's like having a cup on the internet, just shaking that fucking cup. Put something in this cup. I'm not going to do nothing. Just put something in the cup. Can't do it. We're probably going to start over on Patreon about 10:45. Yep, about 10:45. Yeah, as soon as I see somebody got their Cash App in their fucking profile, I check out. I'm being honest. I just check out because I just be like, thoughts on existence of aliens and Earth religion. I think that it's okay. I'll say this because I saw this. I thought about it last night because I actually did think about space last night because I love space, right? Yeah, Obama should say he's in the files. Then Trump will release every fucking thing. You're right about that shit. But at the same time, don't nobody want to be associated with this silly shit. I'll say this. The universe is vast and the universe is always expanding. For humanity to think that they're the only life in the universe is extremely narcissistic and says we have a huge ego. The thing about humanity is this. Humans are curious by nature, right? We're just curious beings. We are curious fucking beings. But we also have huge egos. And humanity's problem with space is they want to explore it, but we don't have the technology. We ultimately don't have the technology to really explore space. We don't really, I don't even think regular people like me and you, not scientists, not astrologists, astrophysicists and all that other shit. They understand how big and vast space is. I think for many of us, we still don't understand how fucking big space is. We are literally a piece of rice in a whole pile of rice. That's what we are. And we haven't nearly explored space in the way that we've explored Earth because we don't have the technology to do so. And honestly, do I think aliens exist? I guess aliens would be other life that isn't ours. Yes, they haven't come in contact with us. Think about it. Why would somebody go through the vast, because in order for them to travel through space, they have to have some really advanced technology. Think about it, right? Why the fuck would they come here? Of all the places they could visit, they'd come here. They'd come here to people spending all day taking the perfect selfie and shit. I wouldn't. There are many other places I would go, but Earth would not be the place that I would stop to come to. There are plenty of other places that I could go to and not come here. So, yeah, and quiet as kept, even if we did have aliens come here, we would try to fight them. Let's be honest. Humans are conquerors. They want to conquer things they don't understand. One of the reasons why they explore space is just to take it over. They're not exploring space because they want to become friends with something else that's out there. They're exploring it because they're looking for shit they can take over. That's a fact. Elon Musk says all the time, he wants to build colonies on Mars. This is not about exploration. It's about conquering shit. That's what it's about. And that's what it's always been about. Conquering something. Humanity has no desire to befriend something. They have no desire to come together. They don't want to do all of that. If aliens came here, we're going to try to conquer them and then dissect their technology. That's exactly. Nah, we're not leaving. Do you know the saddest part? We're stuck here on Earth. We can't go nowhere else. That's the saddest part. Catch that part. That's the saddest part. Because you got to be honest about it. If we could go somewhere, rich people going to be there first and they're going to monetize it first and make it so that if you do come there, it's going to cost you a pretty penny to be there. Like I hear people get so excited. One day we're going to go to Mars. Listen, for the 99.9% to go to Mars, we're going to be there in service of rich people, in service of the 0.1%. Ain't like we going to get to go there. Wake up. Wake up. And quiet is kept. I saw somebody say, please send them first. I'm going to clue you in on something else, right? This fire is wearing my ass out back here. It's hot back there. Even though that flue is closed, it's still hot back there. I'm like, that heat on my ass like I'm Trump. You know what I mean? That heat is on my ass like I'm Trump. Hold up, I'm gonna put a picture up of, y'all know how we saw Prince Andrew out there, right? Wouldn't it have been better if this was the picture? Wouldn't it have been better if that was what we woke up to versus Prince Andrew? That would have been ideal, honey. That would have been ideal versus Prince Andrew. It's cozy in here, but at the same time, them heat flashes be getting me. So it ain't always. This is what I would have preferred to wake up to. Now, but did y'all notice something? I don't know if you noticed this, but conservatives are starting to say something, right? Because when Prince Andrew got hemmed up overseas, it shined a light on us. And the rest of the world said, what the fuck is America doing about this? Why is America acting like this shit is normal and it's okay? So I saw yesterday a GOP. Oh, look at Petty Cash. Hey, let's do a shout out to Petty Cash this morning. His wife has gone to work and he's on the internet saying how much he loves another man that uses the bathroom on himself. Shout out. Awesome, Petty Cash. Listen, this afternoon, I'm going to be hooking up men who like men when their wives are away, I'll be hooking men up with men this afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come slide through, okay? I know you're looking for a boyfriend. Come on. Hey, I am not one to keep a man away from his boyfriend, okay? I'm not one to do that. I told y'all the demise of America is going to be weak-ass men. I stand by that statement. Weak men worshiping other men. Weak men in love with other men. That shit is going to be, and I ain't talking about gay men. Because I know the gay men I know are strong. I'm talking about heterosexual weak men. Easy lives create weak men. I said what I said. And these men have been coddled. They get moisturizing masks, petties and manis constantly every 2 weeks and shit. Crossbody bags and soy lattes. Hey, Heidi Mae. Good morning, baby. Come here. Come here. That's what America has a problem with. America got to fix that. Got to fix that shit. Crying all the time, fussing all the time. I see y'all in here in my life. Y'all got to get it together. You got to get it together. No, somebody asked the co-host, no, this is not The View. What they say, this is not The View. We're not doing that. Especially no non-American host. We're having a discussion about American politics and things happening in America. We're not talking about all this other stuff. I still want to send a shout out to those Yemen Americans living in Michigan who love Trump, who voted for Trump, who wanted Trump to win. I love how the Trump administration has revoked y'all TPS status. No more temporary protection. ICE has been informed that it's time to round y'all up too. And to that I say, because y'all voted for this. The ones who are actual legal citizens now, y'all family members voted for this shit. Your family members getting you deported. I ain't had nothing to do with it. I voted for the chick that would have helped you out. But you voted for the guy who ran on deporting people. Y'all missed the part of the speech where he said, Europeans are the ideal immigrant. Y'all not that. So you're going to have to go back where you came from. Isn't it a nice AI picture? It is. Thank you for telling us what we already knew, Captain Obvious. They be so upset. That's not real. Duh. Duh. Like, I'm going to show y'all a picture that if you post it on the internet, I'm giving you 100%. I'm going to tell you 100%. I guarantee you'll get a return on your investment if you post this particular picture on the internet. Hold on, let me find it again. I'm telling you 100% you're going to get a crash out from conservatives if you post this online. Hold on, let me find it. I'm looking for you. But they say I'm looking for you again. Hold on. You post this picture online right there. Post this picture. If you post that picture online, I don't care what message board you're on. I don't care what social media website you're on. They crash. Immediate crash out. Immediate crash out. I've been seeing it because I'm seeing people do it online. You okay? You got to use the bathroom? What's wrong, baby? You good? Look, y'all. There she go. Heidi, say hello. Say hi. She happy this morning. But Heidi happy every morning. But I'm telling y'all, for now, she was messing with cats yesterday. Heidi's got more aggressive since Rusty passed away. She be acting like can't nobody come near stuff. Now the cat, one of the cats still comes to her water bowl and drinks out of it. She don't say nothing when the cat come and drink out of the bowl. But if they get too close, she be like, get the hell away from here. So, but if you post this picture on any message board, social media website, I guarantee it's going to expose MAGA. MAGA will come out of the woodwork. Like they'll come out like roaches when you turn the lights off. They'll do that because they'll go, look at liberals promoting violence. Huh? No, they not. Yeah, she's still grieving. But they're promoting violence. No, they're not. Liberals are matching energy. All he did was match the energy. And people got upset by that. All Youngin did was match the energy. Real talk. That's it. That's it. And if that baby had a GoFundMe, I would donate to it. No bullshit. I would absolutely positively donate to that. Why? Because he did something. He did something that needed to be done. That needed to be done. Now, I want to ask how many of you were excited about working out after you saw the video with RFK Jr. and Kid Rock? How many of you were excited about it? Yes, Carla, Rusty passed away a little over a week ago. Yep, a little over a week ago. Were you all excited when y'all saw that workout video, working out in jeans? Y'all see my face, right? Because I know it was stinking in me. Every time I saw that video, I was like, that video looks like it stinks. Like, you ever seen a video that looks like it stinks? That video looked like it stinks. I was like, it looked like it smell in there. Thank you so much for that, Ashford. I appreciate it. What? What's wrong? What's wrong, booby? Oh, you want to be rubbed. That's what's wrong. Yeah, and nobody wants to look like this. I know I don't. Remember what I told y'all. Kid Rock and Ricky Martin are only a couple of months apart in age. So you don't want to look like Kid Rock. You want to look like Ricky Martin. That's who you want to look like. You want to look like Ricky Martin. You do not want to look like Kid fucking Rock. You don't want to look like Kid Rock. Talk about hitting a wall. Oh, Heidi's trying to play with me. That's why she... Okay, can I have the toy, beloved? And yeah, Ricky look good. Now I want Ricky Martin. Don't we all, girl? Shit, we've been wanting Ricky Martin ever since Living La Vida Loca. What? Ricky fine. When I saw Ricky... Hey, Tyra. When I saw Ricky at that Super Bowl, I was like... Hey, Ricky. Hey. How you doing? See, I ain't really too old to ogle Bad Bunny, but I do. I'm not too old yet to ogle Bad Bunny. Cause I'd be like, hey, Bad Bunny is handsome. Shit. ODIP. Hey, stop playing with him. Bad Bunny is fun. But Ricky Martin, that was like, you know how like you gotta fight all the little mini bosses before you get to the main boss? No disrespect to Bad Bunny, but Bad Bunny is like one of the mini bosses. Ricky Martin is like the main boss. That's like the big boss. You know how like on Mario, you got to fight like all the little bosses and then you get the Bowser? Ricky Martin is Bowser. Honey, that skin was glowing. The body was bodying. The voice was still voicing. I said, look at Ricky, honey. Ricky was like, I'm just saying, Ricky Martin looked good. He looked good. And I told y'all with the Super Bowl, the only thing I was worried about was I did not want Jennifer Lopez to pop up. Because you know, anytime Latinos are around, Jennifer Lopez ass always loves to pop up. Any other time, though, she want to be white adjacent. But she loves to pop up when Latinos are together and remind everybody, oh, no. I'm really Latino. Girl, go sit down. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Listen. Right. Jenny need to stay on her block. We good. I did not want to hear no fucking Jennifer Lopez. Oh, I'm glad Bad Bunny don't like her. Good. The only quiet is kept. Let me be honest. The reason why people fell in love with Jennifer Lopez in the beginning, let's be honest about it. Let's have an honest conversation this morning. People fell in love with Jennifer Lopez because she played Selena. And people loved Selena. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. That picture weird. Now, do you know what that scene's from, Miss Jackie? Because it shows, for those of us who know what this is from, it shows our age. But do y'all know what that picture's from? But I'm going to tell you, the reason why people liked Jennifer Lopez was because she played Selena. That's why. That's why people liked her. She did do a good job with Selena. I will give her that. Yes, this is Police Academy. Listen, when they went in that damn oyster bar, honey. Those were some of the dumbest set of cops I'd ever seen. Hey, Max, good morning. Youngins, if you have not seen Police Academy and Police Academy 2, which was so good. Police Academy 2 was good too. That was good too. If you have not seen those movies, you really need to see Police Academy. I'm serious. Because Hollywood won't make movies like that now because society's too sensitive for movies like that. Think about it. You couldn't make a movie like Police Academy now. Nope. Couldn't make it. Couldn't make it. I guarantee it. Because people would be wanting to protest. It's this. It's that. It's this. You can't make movies like this no more. Movies like that no more are a thing of the past. Because society has become too sensitive over time. Oh, they blazing saddles. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. You couldn't make no blazing saddles. Oh, hell to the no. Hell to the no. Quiet as kept. It's a whole bunch of Mel Brooks movies you could never make anymore. Because America's too sensitive for it. They can't handle that type of programming. They cannot handle it. Young Frankenstein, they can't handle shit like that. Spaceballs can't handle shit like that. Can't handle shit like that. I'm telling you. Let me tell you, remember I told y'all, I see young people now claiming that the Martin show was attacking Pam because she was dark skinned. Yep, they couldn't watch a Lethal Weapon. I like to watch movie reaction videos of people who've never seen movies watch older movies that we grew up on. And let me tell you, when I see them watch Lethal Weapon movies, they always be like, oh my God, I can't believe they said that. Or Rush Hour. You wouldn't have been able to make no Rush Hour right now. Yep, no living color. No in living color. I'm going to tell you something else. Mad TV. Mad TV never would have made it on air in today's society. That would never be, you ain't getting no Mad TV. People too sensitive. Yep. Man, Major Payne is a classic. They would never allow Major Payne to be made. He's so abusive to the children. Now I have Married with Children. Ain't no lie on that, Zarvis, because I still watch Married with Children on repeat. I remember Kids in the Hall. You ain't making that. Not today. Not today. I'm telling you, America has become too fucking sensitive. Man, All in the Family or the Jeffersons. America can't handle it. Right now, for young people to look at old episodes of the Jeffersons, they would lose their fucking mind. Because George Jefferson did not mince words. He didn't tap dance around shit. He called it what it was. So did Archie Bunker. They wouldn't have been able to handle it. They would not have been able to handle it. They would have said, man, Sanford and Son never would have made it on air. Never would have made it on air. Where's your toy? Give me your toy. Give me the toy. Give me the toy. You got to give it to me. Yeah, Sanford and Son never would have made it on air. I guarantee you. Never would, or it wouldn't have lasted. It wouldn't have lasted. People would have said, he's too mean to Esther. He talks to people any kind of way. Folks are saying, it goes back to that Gen X video I put up the other day, right? I put up this video the other day where I said that Gen X we're not like any other generation in terms of we were kind of raised to not be in our feelings. We were. And if you were in your feelings too much, it's Heidi pulling me. If you were in your feelings too much, it was a consequence for that shit. But you were not allowed to be in your feelings. Man, don't get me started on Rudy Ray Moore. They wouldn't have been able to handle it. Way down in the jungle deep, a signified monkey, something stepped on his feet, something like that. I don't remember all the words exactly. But that movie, Dolomite, the original Dolomite movie, I watched that movie so many fucking times. It ain't even funny. Hamburger Pimp, stop playing with me. I watched that movie so many fucking times. You need to pay me my money. Bitch, I am the magic Don Juan. You should be paying me, bitch. Stop playing with me. I done seen Dolomite so many damn times. Young people can't handle that. Young people can't handle that. They can't handle a honeymooners. They can't even handle I Love Lucy. Do y'all understand? They will watch fucking I Love Lucy and get all in their feelings on I Love fucking Lucy. These young people are built different. Like right now, you see the conversation. Do y'all see this conversation that's happening right now? Where they're talking about, I haven't watched the documentary yet, but they're talking about Tyra Banks and talking about, how she did all these things. Can I be honest? Can I say I'm glad that Tyra not apologizing? Can I say that? I'm glad she ain't apologizing. She's like, yep, that's how we worked. Mm-hmm. That's what we did. Mm-hmm. Yep. And we about to do a new season. But see, I don't think she was cruel though. See, I haven't seen it all, but I haven't seen any of the documentary. I'm gonna be honest, but I did used to watch America's Next Top Model like crazy. And want me to tell you what I noticed? You got to have a weak ass fucking mind to be a part of shit like that. Cause a motherfucker like me couldn't be a part of shit like that. You ain't gonna talk to me any kind of way. But those people wanted fame so fucking bad, they were willing to be disrespected on TV. They didn't care. That's why I say, I'm glad she ain't apologized. Cause she ain't sorry. I don't know why Americans want people to apologize for shit and they not even sorry for it. I'd rather them keep the apology. If you're not sorry, what you apologizing for? You shouldn't. She's not sorry, so she shouldn't apologize. That's why I go, you know what? She ain't wrong because she's not sorry, so she shouldn't apologize. Folks want her to apologize. They want to be, what did I tell y'all? People love to be lied to. You said no different than Diddy did on what Making the Band. But again, those people were so pressed to be famous. They could have went any other route to be famous, but they went that way because they thought it would be easier than doing it the traditional way. So again, they didn't have to go on these shows. They chose to. And every season after every season after every season, those shows got more and more popular. When are y'all going to have the people who decided to put themselves there take any personal responsibility for it? See, you could give a pass for the first season, right? Because first season, you don't even know what you're going into. But after the first season, you already know what the fuck it is. So if you still go, you signed up for the shit. You signed up for that because you already know what it is. And I'm going to say something people don't want to hear, but it's true, right? I'm going to take this thing down too. I'm going to say something that people don't want to hear, but it's fucking true. Okay. So I'm going to say it anyway, right? America don't want to take responsibility for folks watching it was what made it popular. So if you weren't happy about what Tyra was doing, why you kept watching it? I say that to everybody because I fell off after a while. I stayed around about 4 or 5 seasons, then I fell off because I got bored with it. I just got bored. That's why I stopped watching it. But if you kept watching it, how the hell you gonna call Tyra out and you kept watching it? That's the part you know why? Because it makes people feel like they better than her. You ain't no better if you kept watching it, because Tyra only kept making them because they were getting ratings. If they weren't getting ratings, she wouldn't have kept making Top Models. And quiet as kept, America's Next Top Model was not the worst, the most deplorable reality TV I ever saw years ago. Years ago, there was a whole lot of bad reality TV where it was just basically people disrespecting themselves. Jerry Springer was a big part of that. Jerry Springer, people just went on there to disrespect themselves. At some point on these reality shows, it was all about Bad Girls Club. I'm going to give a great example. Bad Girls Club. Y'all remember Bad Girls Club, right? So Bad Girls Club, I remember when that first came out. I remember the very first episode of Bad Girls Club. That's when them bitches was really bad girls. Like they wasn't doing it for TV, meaning they wasn't doing it for the likes because social media wasn't like that at the time. I remember it. And those chicks that used to be on Bad Girls Club, like the very first one, those was bitches that had been to jail. Those were the type of bitches that would get locked up off of TV. Like they didn't give a shit about having credibility on TV. They cared about street cred. I still remember a Bad Girls season. I think it was the first season. It may have been the second season, but I remember it where they went somewhere. They were in, because their house was in California. Right. They were real bad girls. And I remember this. And I remember they were walking up these stairs. They were outside they went to the beach or something, but they had to walk down to get to the beach down these stairs. So they were walking up the stairs. And I remember one of the girls looked at the other girl and she said, "Girl, bitch, I'm about to go home." She said, "Why?" She said, "Because when we get to the stop at top of these stairs, I'm going to whoop that bitch ass." Because back in the day, if you hit somebody on Bad Girls Club, they send your ass home. You didn't get to stay if you got aggressive. They sent you home. Now they let you stay. But back in the day, that wasn't the case. Back in the day, as soon as you fought somebody, your ass got sent home. You know why they let those women start staying? Because you kept watching. See, that's why I say to people, you can't get mad at them creating this type of TV if you're watching it. Yep, you remember that. And she whooped that girl's ass when she got to the top of them stairs. And guess what? They sent her ass home. They sent her ass home. Sure did. She did not get to stay because she didn't get to stay on Bad Girls Club if you acted like a real bad girl. I remember Morton Downey Jr. show. That was just a clown posse of bullshit on Morton Downey Jr. You said your former program director at the radio station wanted me to be more like Bad Girl. Oh no. The original Bad Girls Club is markedly different than the shit we see on TV now. That's how when we became familiar with Tanisha. That's how we became familiar with Tanisha. When she woke all them bitches up in that house, hitting them pans. Bam, 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 bam. She said, well, since I can't sleep, ain't nobody in this motherfucker gonna sleep. I remember. Bam, 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 bam. She was waiting for somebody to come out that room and do something. Nobody did nothing. You know why? Because they didn't want to go home. If you fought, you were automatically eliminated. Now, reality TV rewards you for being violent. That's what happened. That's why TV changed so much, because people started to be rewarded for being deplorable. That's what happened. People don't want to be honest about their part that they had to play in the shit, but they had a part to play in it. I remember when reality TV used to be just that. I remember the original Real World. I remember it. If you fought on Real World, your ass got sent home. You didn't get to stay. If somebody felt unsafe with you, your ass got sent home. You didn't get to stay. I remember. Right. Reality TV now is scripted TV. Presented to you as real. No, 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 no. The only reality TV you still have on TV are Cops, and I like to watch that other show with the cops. Live PD. That shit real. That shit not staged. That's the only real reality TV on TV. And court TV. But you got to turn it to court TV. Yeah, and First 48, shit like that. Everything else is scripted. Yep, Tammy. See, that's us old school people. We remember Tammy from Real World. That's how we first met Tammy Roman, from Real World. She was on Real World. Because I remember True Story. She was on that episode with the country guy. I remember. I love the First 48 too. I was watching it last night, talking to the TV. Girl, tell them who killed Amber, girl. Stop the cap. Tell them where your friend is. I was watching it just yesterday. Yeah, we first met Tammy on fucking Real World. That's where we first met Heather B. Real World. I remember Puck, Real World. All that shit was Real World. All way back in the day. Happy Friday to you too, smiley face. Well, yeah, my 600-pound life is reality TV. That's real. And that shit is good. Because Dr. Now, can I tell you, I love Dr. Now. I love doctors like that. I've had a doctor like that before. That they're going to be honest with you. You're why your situation is the way it is. It's you. Ain't nobody else. It's you. I love when that one episode when the lady said, "I'm so hungry. I don't even eat that much. If I don't eat enough, I'll starve." He says, "Look at you. You're not going to starve. You have enough weight on your body to go 5 years or more without eating. You'll be just fine." Listen, I love Dr. Now. I love Dr. Now. Uh-oh. Accidentally knocked my light off, y'all. Hold on for a second. I love me some Dr. Now. I love Dr. Now. He's one of my favorites. Dr. Now is a favorite for me. Uh-oh. I don't like that color. That color had me looking like I was on the Outer Banks of Louisiana, been sitting in the sun. I love me some Dr. because Dr. Now tells the truth. Dr. Now tells the truth. And quiet is kept. I be eating most of the time when I'm watching Dr. Now, but I remember I be like, yup, Dr. Now would not approve of that. He would not approve of that. And the stuff that he's saying is right. People need tough love in situations like that because they have an addiction to food. But not just that. Their codependency and the people around them that are helping to feed that addiction, they're also addicted to feeding the addiction. So all of them have to be checked. So I appreciate that Dr. Now calls it out, especially the ones that are bedridden, because he's like, ain't no way they can go get the fucking food. So you have to be doing it. Why are you doing that? Why don't you want them to have a better life? Why don't you want them to be healthy? Supreme Court ruled that Trump's emergency tariffs are illegal just now. Oh, that explains why because I have the news up on my TV, but it's on mute. That explains why they started showing the Dow Jones ticker, because it's dropping. So basically, hold up. So let's talk about this. So basically, you and I, all of us paid more on goods and services, really goods, right? Because Trump wanted to illegally impose tariffs on people. So for over a year, all of us on this live have been paying more and getting less from an illegal, from the president putting illegal tariffs in place. And I say this because Congress could have stopped it over a year ago, but the Republicans in Congress won't do anything to stop it. I just want to go on record to say that. All of this could have been stopped over a year ago, but Congress wouldn't do their job. That's how we got here. Congress won't do their jobs. They won't do. Oh, just like, did y'all see that the VA rolled back that new rule yesterday? Did you see that? Did you see that they rolled that sucker back? And it didn't surprise me that they did. Hold up, I'm gonna show y'all the thing. Look, here it is. I'm gonna read it. Effective immediately. VA is halting enforcement of the interim final rule. Evaluative rating impact of medication. VA issued the rule to clarify existing policy and protect veterans' benefits in the wake of an ongoing court action. But many interpreted the rule as something that could result in adverse consequences. While VA does not agree with the way the rule has been characterized, the department always takes veterans' concerns seriously. To alleviate these concerns, VA will continue to collect public comments regarding the rule, but it will not be enforced at any time in the future. Under my leadership, VA is ensuring that everyone applying for benefits receives everything they have earned as quickly and conveniently as possible. This includes reducing the backlog of veterans waiting for benefits by more than 60%. We will continue these improvements on behalf of America's veterans, families, caregivers, and survivors. Don't tell me pushing back don't work. I told y'all. What changed was people got real vocal and influencers on the internet were talking about it, which caused people to pay attention to it. Because see, the media wasn't talking about it. You ain't see it on the news, did you? They weren't talking about it. But influencers were talking about it, which caused, and then veterans, over 60% of military people, veterans are active duty, voted for Donald Trump. Essentially, it was taking money out of their pockets. That's what that was. That new rule was taking money out of the pockets of people who've sacrificed their life, their bodies, their everything. They sacrificed everything. And essentially, the government was trying to shaft them. But y'all paid attention and you pushed back. So they went back in their hole. This is why I tell people, when you pay attention, they chill out. When you don't pay attention, they act a fool. I told y'all, if you want your government to work for you, you have got to be more vocal and more visible. And y'all got to stop going off once you elect people and acting like you can put that shit on autopilot. You cannot put it on autopilot. You say dissenting was Kavanaugh, Thomas, and Alito. Of course they were dissenting. Of course. Hold on, I'm gonna look at something from it right now. Of course those two were dissenting. Of course. Because anything that's going to help regular working class Americans, they are not interested in. And that's just real talk. They not interested. Listen. So, and this is the thing, y'all. The government says now that the tariffs are illegal, but they done took our money already. They done raised prices already. You see? They've raised the prices already and they've already taken our money. Ain't like we getting it back. That money gone. Gone. That money gone. We're not getting that back. We're not getting that money back. It's gone. And those prices ain't going to go down much. Why? I told y'all, once the prices go up, very rare that they go down. Real shit. Why would they? Rich people are trying to make money. They certainly ain't trying to make money by doing charity. I had something pop up on me. Yeah, they say the Supreme Court has struck down Trump's administration's use of tariffs under the IEEPA Act. But look how long it took them to get to that. Y'all, we got some good heat in here. Jesus. Ooh, it done heated up in here. Ain't it, Heidi Mae? Heidi like, whatever. She's like, I'm not hot, bitch. You just having a hot flash. So what does that mean for all the money we've already spent? What does that mean for the money that we've already spent? Because that money gone. Now we got $7 box of Cheez-Its in the store. What does that mean? What does that mean? Didn't Canada restrict the U.S. from flying over? I'm not sure about that. Let me double check because I don't know. But the businesses have already been ruined because of Trump's tariffs. Like Canada doesn't buy any more bourbon from America. They're done. They're done with American-made spirits. They're done. Trump tariffs did that. They destroyed that. That's a wrap on that. That's a wrap on that. All because Trump passed illegal tariffs. All because of that. Wow, you said literally eating Cheez-Its and pizza because utilities are sky high. Sky high. Oh, and Trump did say the other day he is not going to work to lower the price of housing. And this ties into something I told y'all earlier this morning. He said because boomers have so much value in their homes and he not doing that to them. Told y'all. Places like Vegas, they're begging Canadians to come back. And Canadians are like, they're not. They're done. It's all these other places that Canadians could go on vacation. They don't have to come to America. They don't have to come to America. No, I don't blame them. I wouldn't come either. Fuck, I look like coming and spending my money with you and you act like you don't even fucking like me. That's stupidity on my part, right? If I come and spend money with you to give you my money, my hard-earned money that I worked for, and you talk shit about me and you don't even like me, why the fuck would I keep doing that? Or I run the risk of getting detained by ICE. Why the fuck would I do that? Trump has run this country into the ground, but not just Trump. I told y'all the Republican Party is complicit on all this shit. They agree with it. Now the stock market is down to, they're now like, they're trying to get back up. No, it went back down again. But now it's down to like 49,000. Look, remember she was like, it's 50,000. It's 50,000. What is Pam Bondi going to do now? Like, what is she going to do? Because it's not at 50,000 anymore. So what are we going to do now? Because that's been their thing, right? It's at 50,000. The Dow's at 50,000. See, I saw this one too recently. And I was like, ciao. Now it's not even at 50,000. What is Pam going to do now? So you got Trump tariffs have been repealed now, right? And now I want to prepare y'all too. I want to prepare y'all something. The administration is not going to give up on tariffs because the Supreme Court said that. They're going to try to find another way. Just this morning, I saw a video, and I'm going to show it in the Patreon this morning. Don't forget, we're doing the Uncensored Live after this on Patreon, where a guy, he owns a steel company, right? And he said he's happy that Trump implemented tariffs because it allowed him to raise his prices because now he don't have to compete with the Chinese. Now he don't have to compete with the Chinese. See, listen, competition's a good thing. Monopolies are not good for consumers. Competition is good because competition forces people to offer more competitive prices. That's a fact. Competition does that. When you only got to go through one way to do it, then you're a prisoner and you're forced to pay whatever they want you to pay. My concern as an American, I like that the Supreme Court has said that those tariffs are trash, but I already done paid the fucking money. Am I going to get my money back? No. No, you're not going to get your money back. You already spent it. You're already spending a shitload of money for your groceries. And all of those manufacturers, they're not going to drop their prices. They're not going to drop their prices. No, because they want to make record profits. They want to make record profits. That's what this is about. So now Trump going to be crashing out for the rest of today. All over the weekend. And don't forget, Congress is still not in session. Congress is on leave while the government is shut down. They should all have their ass in DC working, but they're on break again. So Papa gonna be crashing out over this shit all fucking weekend long and looking for more and better ways to do it. They're not looking to do it legally. They're just looking to do it. See, Trump thought, again, he thinks a president is king. No, it's not. It's not king. It's not king. Not a president. He essentially is ruining the economy of America with bad policy. I keep telling y'all, Republicans don't make good policy that help the citizens of this country. Republicans make policy that benefit the oligarchs. And now, he's going to try to defy the Supreme Court, and it becomes Congress has to do their fucking job. Republicans in Congress don't want to do that. So what happens when the president ignores the Supreme Court's ruling and decides he's going to do it anyway? That is Republicans saying to each and every American on American soil, we don't give a fuck how expensive it gets for you to be here. Suck it up and pay the cost. And so then my question becomes, why keep voting Republican? Because they don't care about your kitchen table issues. They don't care about your struggle. They don't care about your family. Why keep voting for them? Yep. And the Supreme Court was the governing body that gave him immunity. That's why I say when a liberal becomes president, you know how you can force the system to change and peel back? Go in harder than Trump. Watch how fast the fucking conservative Supreme Court reverse their damn decisions on presidential immunity. Watch. You got gun control in America because black people, you got pew-pew control in America because black people started carrying pew-pews, the Black Panthers. The Black Panthers are why you even have any type of regulations around pew-pews. Black people. So if Americans want conservatives to peel back on this shit, you're going to have to use their own rules against them. Yep. So when a liberal becomes president, start sending ICE through every fucking conservative state and city there is. Send ICE through. And wrangle up Russians, Yugoslavans, all non-people of color immigrants. Do the exact opposite. No bullshit. That's the only way you're going to change it. That's the only way you're going to change it. You use government to force corporations to do what you want them to do. Make them change it. Yep, because that's the only way they'll change. And I'm telling you, I saw a conservative official in it. I forget what event they were at, but they were talking on a panel and they said, listen, I keep trying to tell my Republican colleagues that while right now they may be happy with what they see, they're not going to be happy when they're not in control and it's happening. I know. That's why I'm like, let them do what they're doing. And y'all match that energy. Because then they'll change. Then all of a sudden the Supreme Court will go, wait a minute. Maybe presidents shouldn't have full immunity. Oh, now they shouldn't. Y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. That's all I'll say to that is y'all gonna learn. Real talk. Just like I find it so interesting that MAGA, some of them are coming to the realization that they voted for the deep state. Literally, they voted for the deep state when they voted for Donald Trump. Remember, Trump said, drain the swamp. This, that. No, all he did was put even more bad creatures in the swamp. That's it. Yep, they voted for federal overreach. They literally, the party of don't tread on me, voted to be treaded on. They literally voted to be treaded on. They say they voted to lose their free speech. They voted to lose their right to protest. Oh, I'm about to hit it. And listen, it's the most beautiful thing to watch. It really is beautiful to watch it because the very things that they said liberals would do to them, they did to themselves. They did to themselves. Government's gonna take my benefits, my veterans' benefits. Yeah, conservative government was trying to take your fucking benefits till they noticed you was paying attention. Then they said, we kid. We wasn't gonna do nothing. We was just joking. We wasn't gonna do nothing. It really is delicious to witness it. I love it. Gladys, did you see how the VA is trying to make it so that even though you can walk now with your pills, they're going to reduce your benefits? Did you vote for that? Because if you did, you're going to have to get yourself a job at Walmart to make up the difference. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a whole lot. I love every minute of this shit. I love that all of the women who were so old, they were so in love with this shit, the cutting, the funding in the schools, the no DEI. Then they realized that also they didn't understand that the federal government was giving the funding for helping, that provided all those extra programs that special needs kids need in schools, the reading programs, that, the other enrichment programs and tools to help special needs children, where their parents didn't realize that. Now, their local school districts don't give a fuck about their kids. Really? You don't say. Oh, well. File it under shit I don't care about. You say, I'm glad I'm paying debt down. You have to pay yourself. Yeah, you're right. Pay yourself first. Now, did y'all see yesterday too? They were doing a lot of interviews with New Mexico because I told y'all that New Mexico has created that new $2 million commission to dig into Jeffrey Epstein's Zorro Ranch. Oh, yeah. Bigly. This thing is not going away for Donald Trump. All it did was get more and more exposed because now other countries are digging. Other countries are digging. So, yep, I love this. Trump wants you to stop talking about this Epstein shit so bad. He told you he gonna release files about the aliens. We're gonna release files about the aliens. Anything to keep you from paying attention to them fucking Epstein files. Anything. I just laugh. No, I ain't lying. Look it up, Oscar. They're saying they're going to release files proving it because remember, Obama said that, yeah, they're aliens. Then Obama released a statement clarifying because people were all up in arms about what he said in that interview. So Barack said, I ain't never seen no aliens. You know, the universe is vast. So now Trump is like, well, I know they're aliens and I'm going to release information proving it. How about you release them files? Not the Alienstein files. Release them files. Fuck some alien shit. Oh, and guess what happened, y'all? This news just came out. That before the election, Elon Musk is going, apparently, okay, no. All right, so yesterday, a message was put out that Elon Musk is going to receive a letter of reprimand from the Georgia State Election Board because in 2024, guess what he did? He sent out pre-filled absentee ballot applications, which is against Georgia state law. See how that was done? So all the people had to do was sign their names. They didn't vote for anybody. All they did was sign something that had already been filled out by a billionaire to say who they should vote for. As we getting close to our downtime this morning, I want to remind y'all of something, okay? Because I think people forgot. Here we go. I'm gonna put this right here. Where your money at? Where your money at? Where are the Doge refund checks? Where's your 10% APR on credit cards? Aren't your prescriptions supposed to be 1,500% cheaper? Where's the gas that's supposed to be under $2? Why y'all groceries not cheaper yet? How come we ain't take Greenland yet? How come you ain't getting no tariff check? Now I'm going to tell you something. Now we should get a tariff check. That the Supreme Court has said tariffs are illegal. The government should be issuing us a check, right? So you said a Russian oil tanker is trying. Russia is so messy. They so messy. Russia is messy. And they playing Trump. Yeah, so we need to be demanding tariff checks because essentially with the Supreme Court saying what they've said, that means that you and me paid for shit paid more for shit than we should have, and somebody owes us some money. Somebody owes us some fucking money. Because we paid too damn much. We paid way more for shit than we needed to. Somebody owe us some fucking money. Oh yeah, we paying for them tariffs. The only people who believe that China was paying for the tariffs are the same people who believe that Trump was exonerated by those Epstein files. Americans right now could sure use about $30,000, $40,000 in stimulus per person. Yep, I said it. We could use about $30,000, $40,000. Thank you. Per person. Oh, Trump claims he was exonerated, Ida. They owe us money. Couldn't you imagine if you got a $30,000 check in the mail that you didn't have to claim as income? Wouldn't that change your life? I know it changed mine. Say it again, per person, per household. Real talk. But the government of the United States owes us money. They owe us money. Somebody need to run us our chips and dip. With the high cost of insurance, whether it be car insurance or medical insurance, the high cost of housing, utilities, food, clothing, childcare, it don't matter. Somebody owe us some money. Because we ended up being charged more for no fucking reason at all. Just cause somebody owe us money. And I want my fucking money. I want my money. Because I don't know about y'all, but I didn't have it to pay extra for shit that I shouldn't have to pay extra on. Okay, look, let me write that down, Kiera, because you know I'll forget by the time I get off this live. But somebody owes us a check. Or a couple of checks. Now, this morning, don't forget, it is Freebie Friday. If you are interested in coming on over to Patreon, because we have an uncensored live over on Patreon, where we get to really talk about things that we can't talk about here on TikTok. If you want to be a part of that, click the link in my profile. It'll take you to my website, which has a link to my Patreon, and come on over. Fridays are free for everybody. Like I told y'all, today, we got quite a bit. And I also want to share with y'all that video I was telling y'all about yesterday about them college kids that them cops found in the basement. With all their shirts off. And they were boys. Yeah, we're going to talk about that this morning. We're also going to talk about how farms are losing money, y'all. Farms are losing money and going bankrupt. Small family farms, but guess what has increased? Farms that make over $1 million. I love this shit for these small family farmers. I love it for them because they voted for this. They voted for it. We're gonna talk about that. And one more thing we're gonna talk about. Y'all remember when Trump was at that rally that time and a pew pew event happened and he had his ear got all messed up, supposedly, right? And then it regenerated cartilage like he was Wolverine and shit. Y'all remember that? Well, I got some video of that because there's other vantage points that people need to pay attention to because we all knew it was fake when it happened. But that video shows you for sure that it was fake when it happened. Okay? That shit was a stunt. Because if you don't believe that it was a stunt, I'm going to make this clear to you, right? I'm going to ask you a question, right? How come Donald Trump's ear healed like Wolverine, but his hand heals like Sophia Petrillo? Why? Why? Don't make sense, right? Okay. I just try to tell people, I just try to convince people to think about stuff. Someone was at that event. Not do new definition of miracle here. Listen, I love me some Golden Girls too. I do. But I'm just trying to help people see that, maybe, just maybe, he's full of shit. Maybe just a little bit. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to give people something to think about. Remember, when people asked him about his ear, what did he say? I'm a fast healer. So why your hand not healing? Why they got to put concealer on that? I'm just saying. I don't even think it was shrapnel. I think when they crowded around him and they was pulling him in close like that, I think that his ear probably got messed up in that, but it was superficial wound. Thus, why it's healed the way it's healed. And you can't even tell nothing happened. Because let me tell you something. Even you can even tell when you look at Evander Holyfield's ears that Mike Tyson was chewing on them. But all of a sudden, he gets grazed by a whole high-powered piece of something. And you mean to tell me, first they said the whole piece of ear was missing, but then the bitch grew back? Okay. All right. That's all I say about, yeah, Evander Holyfield still got the scars to show from that fight with Mike Tyson. But a 79-year-old man has regenerated cartilage. If he can regenerate cartilage, how come he can't fix his ankles? I'm just asking. How come he can't stay awake? No, I'm gonna say it like this tomorrow. I'm gonna hit a Death Becomes Her reference. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Shut up, Ernest. No, it's not. You find me on Patreon by clicking the link in my profile. It'll take you to my website. And then from there, you when you scroll down to the footer, you'll see my Patreon link. Click it, it'll take you right to my Patreon. Wasn't no fucking miracle. Trump, what happened to Trump is not what they said. And I'm going to show you some proof of that shit this morning. We're going to look at proof of it. Okay? Listen, I thank y'all for joining me this morning. I really do. Y'all know I love y'all. I love when y'all come through and when we have discussions. And this morning on Patreon Live, we're going to have some fun time this morning. Okay? Plus, we're going to end it with a $5 hot and ready. Y'all going to see what I mean. Don't forget to listen to the newest episode of the Straight No Chaser podcast. It's called When Fame Becomes Divinity. You can check it out on my website, on Patreon, Spotify, or YouTube, right? Where I talk about America's obsession with celebrities. It's also one of the reasons why Donald Trump became president. Folks' obsession with celebrity. They're people just like you and me. Stop treating them special. They're not. They're not. Okay? So listen to it and let me know what you think about it and your thoughts upon America and its love for celebrities. Okay. So I want to say thank you this morning for the 72,000 likes. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the gifts this morning. I appreciate that too. We got over 60 shares this morning. Thank you so much for that. As I'm wrapping up, I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters. I try to do this every live. Number 1, handsome Cedric Williams. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Number 2, Black Tom Jones. That is an oxymoron because I swear Tom Jones is white, but I tell you, there are times where I've been like, I think Tom Jones got a little black in him, or he want to be inside of something black, but I digress. Hey, Black Tom Jones, thank you so much for your support. Number 3, beautiful Ashford. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 4, beautiful My Dog is Charlie. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 5, Tracy. Thank you so much, beautiful. And a special shout out to number 6, handsome Kiera. Thank you so much, handsome. Hey, you been seeing that drum beat stuff pop up, Kiera? You've been getting your videos out. Listen, as a reminder, I want to remind folks in here of something. And I'm going to do a video on this because I've yet to do this video to help, especially small content creators. You don't have a lot of followers. You don't need a lot of followers to make money with your content on the internet, contrary to popular belief. You don't even need 10,000 followers. Let me tell y'all something. Okay? Let me tell you something. Check out an app called hellodrumbeat.com. They don't care how many followers you have. They pay you to make money and make videos about certain subjects. On multiple platforms, they pay you for it. Okay? They pay you for it. They don't care about how many followers you have and how many followers you don't have. One of the people that follow me that has made money off of this, they have less than 5,000 followers. They don't care about your follower count. They just care about how many people watched your video. They will pay you up to $750 for some things, up to $1,000 for other things. Okay. And you can, and it allows for unlimited submissions. Okay. Get your ass on Drumbeat and sign up. Okay. Cause you can make money with your content. I'm not going to gatekeep. I don't own Drumbeat. I'm not even sharing my affiliate link in here to get any credit for it. I'm just telling you about it. Get your ass on hellodrumbeat.com. Because I have made over $1,300 on Drumbeat with only submitting 17 times. That's it. I'm already going to make videos, so why not talk about that extra subject? Right now, they have opportunities, because that's what they call them. One about the Olympics, another one about Black history in America, and another one about government surveillance is anti-American. Y'all better go make your money. Amber, make your money. I'm serious. They pay you for views on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. They're going to text you, see, Mandy? Okay. Yeah, once you get accepted, and sometimes it's fast acceptance and other times it's slow. It just takes a little time. But once you're accepted, keep watching that homepage. You want to watch that homepage closely because watching that homepage is where opportunities are displayed. Okay? I'm serious. Y'all need to get on there and make some money because it's money to be made. And they're always looking for creators. All right? So listen, we're about to get started on Patreon. I love you all. I want you to have a beautiful day. Be safe. Listen, I want to tell you something. Don't let nobody live rent free in your head. Okay? Don't feed any trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace, everybody. And I'll see you over in Patreon in just a second. Have a beautiful and